Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Antonov, President of the United Republic of Obscurium, coming to you today with my annual Christmas address from yet another place. Every year, different site. Unfortunately, the dreary and disgusting weather outside did not make it possible for me to record it in Flagpolis, but I still have for you our usual review of the year for Obscurium. So without further ado, let's get to it. And of course the main topic this year was, well, the Year of the Dragon 2024, which did not start since it's constitutes the Lunar New Year, did not start in January but instead in February with a lovely ceremony we had for a couple of other micronations, and it will end next January, but towards the end with another ceremony including some other micronations, the same that participated in the opening ceremony as well. Over the year we had a couple of brilliant events, and there is going to be a ceremonial ending event, except for besides the micronational, the joint micronational one as well in January, but more information will be coming regarding that. So the Year of the Dragon is not over, still ongoing, and it was an absolute blast for all of us. We did have some contests. Unfortunately, not many people participated at those contests, but you know, we make do with what we get. We still got some lovely art out of it, and we did have an exhibition in German Dragon Museum this year, which was a big highlight, but I'll touch on that later in my speech. The next point, something that happened in January as well, was the signing of the Talman currency agreement between Dictionary, Adristan and Obscurium, regulating currency exchange and current value of currencies between Obscurium, Dictionary and Adristan, and any other micronation is also free to join, though no other micronation has joined up quite yet. However, this was, in our opinion, quite a big step for us micronations, and you know, in the community as a whole. I would consider it a big achievement to have this formal agreement on currency conversions and such between micronations. I don't know if anyone has ever done that before. If it has been done before, and not many people probably did it, so I'm quite happy with that. And we're gonna keep that agreement in force, of course, and any other micronation is free to join as well. And sticking to inter-micronational events, the first state visit of the year was to Adristan, as I do visit that place quite often, but also to neutral Morisnet, together with Arthur of Dictionary and Ivan Bertjens, the foreign minister of Ladonia. We visited the former neutral area of Morisnet together, located now in Belgium, which was quite interesting and lovely. And a short time after that we had a cultural exchange with Sancratosia, Principality of Sancratosia, located in Canada. They're gonna be hosting or co-hosting Microcon 2025 next year in Montreal, which I unfortunately will not be able to attend, and I believe this is the first time I'm publicly stating this, but I am not attending. For one, it's quite expensive to fly there. But on the other hand, it's directly during the time of my studies, and you know, unfortunately I have to prioritize those because I do not want to get left behind. But we had a tremendous cultural exchange with Sancratosia. I believe it was the only proper one we did this year. I would have loved to do more. We did have the Year of the Dragon exchanges, but still. We at least did one, and it was a very lovely one. We had a wonderful flag talk as the second part of the exchange, which I really like, and I think it also got a lot of good reception in the micronational world, although we did put some accidental misinformation in there about the flag of Flandrensis, but that's been cleared up since Flandrensis is not changing its flag, in case anyone is still thinking that. After that, more visits to Adristan on the way, to other things, and also a visit to the Principality of the Sacren. Pardon my mispronunciation if I did mispronounce that name, but I visited them for to actually attend the Dudu or Ducas de Mons an event taking place each year in Mons, dragon related as well, and this icon was nearby, so I officially visited him as well. I also visited him a second time this year. Beautiful, wonderful people, lovely reception, great hospitality. I can only recommend a visit to this icon. It's a lovely place. We also visited the city of Lessines next door, went into a museum there. All very nice. Other trips I did during this year was a trip to the Alps, where we established the Obscurium condominium of Ibex Alpina, Mount Rubinox and Rio de las Torres, which is a ceremonial territory condominium between Atli and Obscurium to facilitate the long friendship we have had with Atli. And in fact, we did have our, what was it, the 5-year anniversary of relations with Atli just 1 or 2 weeks ago. So it all came together very nicely this year. Go watch that stream. We had a stream on CTAVA, their online, their YouTube channel, and we explained our relationship, the relationship between our two countries in that live stream. If you want to know more about that. I traveled some more. I visited Verona along with Archduke Arthur of Ductionary, and with him I also visited Kugelmugel and, well, of course, Ductionary. 3 great micronations, and of course Ductionary, my visit to Ductionary has become an annual occurrence at this point, and Ductionary is of course one of our major diplomatic partners, our closest allies, and my vice president in his New Year's address, of when he talks about the plans in the future, our plans in the future, will also be talking about some things, might be touching on some things we are going to do with Ductionary next year. We had the Micro Euro Summit 2024, which this year was, well, it's always special. It's always got something else every year, but what made it especially special this time was that we did, it was the last time for until 2030, into the 2030s, we did it in Hiše, in Czechia. So next year it will be in Romkahal, and after that it'll be in Czechia again, but in another place probably. And so it'll be in different places after that, just to give some variation. But we will return to Hiše one day, and there are still some things coming out regarding the MES 2024. And of course the MES 2025 as well, which will take place in Germany, in Romkahal. I think I already mentioned it a few moments ago. Regarding Lindenfels, I mentioned that earlier, we did not only have the art exhibition there, which was also the opening event, so to say, for the International Society of Dracology, which we founded this year. This society was founded as a way to make dracology official, because it's an official association within Germany now, officially registered. So we wanted to have this official dracological society association inside of Germany, but also a way for Obscurium to be officialized within Germany for better relations with other German institutions and to make everything easier. Took half a year to get everything facilitated because, my god, German bureaucracy is absolutely horrible and I cannot recommend it. But to get back to Lindenfels, besides the art exhibition, which is now over, but it was also a great success, we also had the Lindenfels Dragon Festival, the annual one, which this year fell on Obscurian Dragon Day, the 7th of July. So we of course also visited them on that day and attended the festival. A couple of months later, I and our national artist Jesse, B&B Sketches, we visited Furt im Wald in Bavaria, met with Archduke Arthur of Ductionary there as well, did some excursions into Czechia and stuff, also quite lovely. And shortly after, the Red Trident got its second naval vessel, the RTV Ogo-Pogo being this Canadian sea serpent, and we agreed on that name, which would be most fitting for our newest vessel. It's actually standing right over there now. I can't show it to you now because it's tucked away, but we did a successful maiden voyage. We're planning on doing a second naval mission, but then the weather turned for the worse. So next year there will be more naval missions, also in Flag Polaris, hopefully. Shortly after, regarding Flag Polaris, we had a state visit in Flag Polaris, the first official standalone state visit in Flag Polaris, as a matter of fact, by the Republic of Plaiso. Their Prime Minister Matt Seifert visited us, And actually just yesterday we had our second official standalone state visit in Flagpolis, which was from the monarchical Republic of Zelezinte, and a delegation of 5 people visited us all at once, including their monarch, Valna I. And this event was also filmed and for an upcoming documentary about Obscurium, which we are all very much looking forward to. And it was both of those state visits were incredible. And we also, I wouldn't say perfected, but we pretty much established Obscurium's standard state visit ceremony for our state visits in Flagpoles now, which is very nice to have. We have flagpoles and stands and everything we can get there, which is all very nice. After that, we had the Chauslantic Games, which was an online sports event done by the Auguric Republic, I believe they're called, of Lower Isturus. Forgive me, they slightly changed the name, so it might be a bit different than that, but they organized also long-term diplomatic partner of Obscurium, their leader, and we participated in that, and we got both gold. Obscurium got gold in men's and women's 1 kilometer walk, which was lovely, and then Consul Akali and I participated in the Kiel Run, which is an annual event here in Kiel, and we ran for 10 kilometers in about an hour, and we also got a few lovely medals for that. So Obscurium is now also participating in sporting events, which is also a great step towards the future for us. Couple more state visits followed at the end of the year. Hakelarsburg, which is a micronation in the Netherlands. There was some obscure online article about it, but no other micronation had ever visited them. I just showed up there one day and they were pleasantly surprised. Now we are sending each other mail. Satoshi, I also visited them, also great partner of Obscurium, and we are actually hosting the Digimicro Summit in a couple of days, from the 27th to the 29th of December. So if you want to hold a speech during that summit, it's digital, or if you just want to attend, do sign up, don't miss it. It's worth it. And then, of course, I also visited the Principality of Egmont for their Golden Bucket Ball and Gala. We accidentally founded a new order there, the Order of the Salt Mountain, which was quite lovely. Last but not least, some Obscurian things to end this year in this speech. We founded the Obscurian Space and Air Force, whose mission is to, again, peacefully explore, do aerial exploration, aerial tests. Specifically, next year we're going to start a rocket program together with Zelezinte, once again, since they are also located here in Kiel, so it'll be easy to pool our resources and do rocket tests together, which will be fun. We did some constitutional changes. The most important one of those is a slight change to citizenship. Now, if you're an Obscurian citizen, you don't have to fulfill particular duties anymore, and you will not be kicked out for the amount of inactivity you would have been removed for previously. You will still be removed for too much inactivity. If you are not heard from in 2 years, then you will be removed, but anything else besides that, if you occasionally write to the president or anyone else, if you occasionally participate in events, that's still enough. We do still want some participation, but we relaxed everything because everybody is busy. I am busy with my studies a lot, actually, so it'll be a lot easier and relaxed with that. But we also got a new citizen a couple of days ago, so I believe that brings our citizenship numbers up to 14 now, actually. Which is very nice, and I'm very proud of that. But again, that's subject to change at any point, of course. And last but not least, I am very sad to say that our vice president will be resigning. He will still remain a citizen, but for personal reasons, which I fully understand, he will be resigning soon. And I just wanted to say that while it is very sad and I will miss him in that position, he has been a great help to me over the last 2 years. I do fully understand his reasons, and I fully support him and his private endeavors and what he's trying to do in his private life. But he will talk more about that in his farewell address, which will also be his New Year's address. All in all, 2024 has, as the past years have all been, a very successful year for Obscurium, which has brought us considerable advancements within our nation, in our cultural development and also in our relations with other micronations. And of course we hope to continue that next year and for many, many more years. Therefore, I thank you for listening to this speech, and I hope you also enjoyed this year as much as we in Obscurium did, and I hope to see you join us on our adventures in 2025. And with that, I wish you a most Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year 2025 once that comes around. I've been Sir Antonov, President of the United Republic of Obscurium. Thank you.